everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I'm once again joined by my friend Pharaoh. Say
Hello,
hello.
everybody there. Whoa, I can't talk. Hello there, everybody.
I think he's tongue-tied by this excitement of starting this LP.
Yes, that's totally it.
I mean, that's how I was last time when I made the oopsie. I was super hyper.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's gonna be many oopsies throughout this entire Let's Play, but that's what makes it fun. I hope.
Yeah, you guys can laugh at us all you want.
Oh, that's just like my life.
So,
um,
poor Pharaoh. So in the last episode, basically we just started the game. We are playing as the brand new attorney Apollo Justice, and we are defending the Phoenix Wright, who is apparently a piano player now. What the heck?
yeah, apparently, so he killed somebody. It's like, no, Phoenix. Maybe.
Phoenix, with all that you've done, you should know how to get away with murder.
Well, that is another thing too. I mean, he's been through God knows how many complicated cases already. You would think he would have the mind of the criminal. Hmm.
Yeah,
It's a huge ass plot twist. Maybe
right.
we solve the case.
Okay, so now we're gonna be cross-examining him. All right, the competition.
So what do you think we should do?
Okay. Hmm. Let's see. My real job's to take on. Should we do some pressing or?
If you feel that's right, I mean, one of my go-to things regarding Ace Attorney series is like, if you really don't know, then I don't think there's really any harm in pressing. I think there's very, very rare cases where if you press that they might give you a penalty, but I don't think that they institute anything like that in this game, or at least not so early. And it's always a good idea if you don't, which I keep forgetting to do, but always look over your evidence so it's fresh in your mind, and then, you know, when you start cross-examination, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I just read that, and then you could present if need be. But if you don't know any information, pressing's the way to go.
That's true. Actually, I'm gonna look at the court record right now just because I haven't yet.
Sure.
Okay, so attorney's badge. How long did I yearn for one of these? Just putting it on makes me feel ready. Smith's autopsy report, time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th. Death caused by a single blow to the forehead. Crime photo 1. Sub-basement of the Borch Bowl Club. Push check button. Okay. He said he's a smooth criminal. And the deadly bottle.
I swear, we're probably gonna have arguments between grape juice and wine, or is that the stepladder and ladder arguments? Regardless, it's whatever you want it to be. Don't need to start all-out wars because of this.
Yeah, it's just because of the bottle shape. I think if it wasn't looking like that, then we wouldn't be like, oh, but it's wine.
Right.
Bears his fingerprints. Okay. Alright, so let me look through and decide which one to press. If I really get stuck, you guys, you know I will, of course, be talking to Pharaoh about what we should do.
I'm the consultant.
We play spin attractions. The rules are simply 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game, and our customers are happy. Oh, I went to the end.
And sometimes
I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony.
oh, you might need to. I didn't go all the way to the end, so you might need to voice the characters.
Oh, that's okay. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget to press. Right, I got it. I'm fine. Time to listen to that testimony again. Alright. So we should be pressing. We'll just press pretty much everything.
Alright, no problem there.
You can hardly play.
Oh, I play sometimes when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want.
Was that supposed to be a boast just now?
The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club? Right.
Right.
They pay you just to play poker?
That would seem to be the case. I am a professional after all. Ah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hardworking member of society like me to imagine. Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
Ooh, burn!
Rookie killer my ass. What? I played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost once.
Wow, 7 years, bruh. What?
You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. With the ladies.
Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time?
As I said, I'm a professional.
He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible?
With extreme luck, yeah, I can see. Possibly.
Alright, press. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction?
It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
Black market?
All in the past, things like a black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
I'm just imagining them actually under the table making the deal.
You got the money? Yeah. It's cramped down here.
A smoky room, gambling hoods. You know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. See? Michael Jackson reference, see?
Wow, you are right. I totally forgot that.
They were totally in sync with me.
There you go. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through a small window. I can practically picture it now.
That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else.
The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite a dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Okay. 2 decks of cards.
A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor, each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards.
Sir, enough with the poetry, okay?
It's poetic, really.
Stop.
He's trying to get that, trying to, entice the women in the gallery.
Jeez, dude, you're more thirsty than I am.
Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, and the other blue.
As I recall, in poker you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat.
Yeah, a game of hands.
What was with that?
But yeah, that was Phoenix trying to be all sly, I guess? I don't know what the hell he's trying to do here.
Alright, pressing was the right thing to do. This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you sure? Huh?
People are not murdered over simple games, Mr.
Oh,
Justice.
you'd be surprised. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime.
Now that's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of
Ooh.
course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
Yikes.
I completely let that one slip by.
Oh, that face he makes is always weird.
Don't despair yet, Justice.
Sir?
Right. There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear it from you. Sure. Why not?
Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony.
Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony. That's gonna happen a lot, Apollo.
I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched a murder weapon.
Wait, what? Dude,
Phoenix.
you need to be more cooperative.
Phoenix.
Alright, let's press.
Alrighty, if I can. Oh, there you go.
Silence.
The defendant has a right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law.
But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage.
And it's your job to turn that around in our favor, yes? Kind of like a turnabout?
Mr. Wright, I'm not ready for that yet. Great. Like I didn't have enough to do already.
Justice, didn't you detect something odd about that testimony?
Huh? Wait, something you said did ring a little strangely.
Ding.
Just one thing. Now what was it?
When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony.
A contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony. But why? I'd better check the court record. I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in a testimony.
Okay, this is the same thing I said earlier.
No,
Sorry.
you're good.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's go to the latest. Complete silence regarding the murder weapon. We'll say I never touched the murder weapon. Dude, you're making it too easy for me.
This is the first trial, after all.
That's true. So this good old deadly bottle bears his prints. Present.
Didn't touch the bottom of my butt.
He's like, what? You want me to touch your butt? No!
I mean, yes. I mean, no. No.
So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice bottle? Right?
So I said.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice.
God.
What the heck?
Plague Night.
That's right. A lot of my voices kind of blend together, but...
But they're so
Hey,
good.
well, thank you. Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see. And it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection!
I'm imagining he was just shouting.
Oh my god.
No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. I'm not deaf yet.
But they all shout.
Oh, the blushing face. I love it. It's so cute.
I actually never. I don't think I ever noticed he actually blushed like that. Okay.
It's cute.
My bad.
Access yelling can damage the judge's ears. And our case.
But what about my cords of steel? I practiced for nothing.
Nothing!
Anyway, What's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints didn't. Okay.
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
That was very rude, cutting off the judge.
Oh, so many interruptions all over the place.
Yeah.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down. What does that mean?
Judge, please.
Well, I guess we need some schooling for the judge, but that's okay. It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that.
Oh.
Yes. To brain someone with the bottle.
Ugh.
Whoa, my game is stuttering like crazy.
Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse.
Oh? I see no problem, Justice.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court?
I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now.
Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason. Objection! Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
And what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police?
Reported.
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we?
Oh no, it begins. I'm just remembering, guys. There's gonna be a lot of times in this game in particular where we replay a lot of things.
Oh yeah, for sure. The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones don't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in his hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call. So old-fashioned.
Right, and what year does this game take place again?
Actually, I think it's even still in the future from us right now.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it was like 2022, 2023. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he's being uncooperative?
Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this.
I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you, no one's more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred? How can you possibly know this?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. Oh, you're as good as they say you are.
So, someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime.
Everything up until now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
Oh snap! I'm gonna have fun with this
Oh,
one.
Knock this one out of the park.
Woo! Would you mind taking over the judge?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
Dude, she's right there.
I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
Savage. And kind of a foreshadowing, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people.
Have no fear. If any horns point your direction in this court, we'll cut them off.
Oh, rude.
You are sure?
I swear it on my gavel. I'm sorry. I'm thinking back to these Ace Attorney bloopers that was recently posted from the Ace Attorney anime.
Oh.
And I think it was something here. He's like, I swear on my gavel. He's like, I'll pound them in their buttholes. No, the judge was I forgot who the actor was exactly. I think Kent Williams. I could be wrong. He was out of control in the bloopers, and they were great.
Oh.
I swear it on my gavel. Please come out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you are sure it is okay.
Now, the prosecution. Wait a minute.
What the?
The prosecution can't explain the witness's paraphernalia. Oh, yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade. And that would be...
My name is Olga O'Reilly.
Oh, really?
I am employed as waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant.
Then why the camera?
Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht at his naming restaurant. But I also perform, how is it said, other service?
Sex? I mean, what?
Oh boy.
I take it one of these other services is taking the customer's pictures.
Da. Like, for example, this one.
Oh.
That's the defendant? Indeed. On the night of the murder.
Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput.
Indeed. That is the victim.
Oh boy.
Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It is same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customer. Casually.
That's unprofessional, miss.
Then the court will casually accept this new evidence.
I love how he just rolls with everything.
Gotta love the judge.
Alright. Photo.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in room, the hideout we call it.
Excuse me? The hideout.
It is room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested.
Did I never notice that?
What the heck? Bad guy.
Oh my god, I don't think I noticed that when I LP'd all these years ago. Wow,
Wow. I love it.
I hate it.
I mean, there's been some other ones like Dead Man.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
Is room where murder took place.
What?
Your look of utter surprise, it is lovely.
Okay.
I will post by courtroom door later for you. Da. Photos will be numbered and you will write which ones you want copy of.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga O'Reilly, or a witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means Shady killed himself. I mean, what?
I mean, that is a possibility. There's been some weird things that happened throughout this series. And I think the
Yep.
one that still pisses me off is Justice for All, Case 3.
Frickin' cape.
That damn cape.
Mm-hmm.
Never. I will never let that go.
Yep.
Very well. Witness, you will testify to the court about the night's events.
All right. That fateful night. We'll read her testimony and then we'll end the episode.
Sounds good.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, da. The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened, da. That man flew at the victim and is strangling him to death.
Ooh.
Incidentally, who won the game?
Wasn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Because I said so. Because Mr. Right can't lose.
Justice, maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection?
Fanboy.
But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case in my first 7 years as prosecutor either.
Whoa.
Wow.
So it was 7 years until Phoenix came along?
Okay, so there you go. I mean,
Jeez.
that shows that Winston Payne, he was somebody to be reckoned with. I mean,
It's either that or like all the other defense attorneys in the whole state sucked.
that is also true. I
Jeez.
feel like anybody would be screwed if they had to deal with the legal system and this was your choice.
Yep.
Incidentally, I have some evidence here.
Oh.
These are the poker chips as they lay the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Dad, I mean, yes. Imagine that poker's war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
Oh, I know of that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3.
Oh my gosh.
I think he means poker face.
Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are the victim's side of the table.
Alrighty. Well, evidence.
Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, which we will do in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to ring the bell for notifications for new episodes. You can follow me on Twitch, where I stream every week. And also, follow me on Twitter for updates. Until next time, have a nice day. Adios!